Under Donald Trump's 24/7 war on the judiciary and our justice system, many judges have never experienced more threats on their life on a daily basis. To put it in perspective how bad it's gotten, in the 5-month period leading up to March of this year, 80 judges, different judges, had received threats that had to be investigated. Okay, so 80 over 5 months. Then, over the next 6 weeks, 162 judges received threats. So more than twice as many judges over a far shorter period of time. And what was happening to justify that? Well, Donald Trump was encouraging people to demonize and hate, spread conspiracy theories, and maybe send death threats to these judges, sending insane screeds like this, saying a federal judge in Boston who knew absolutely nothing about the situation or anything else has ordered the 8 of the most violent criminals on earth curtail their journey to South Sudan. Basically, he wanted to take a bunch of migrants and send them to Sudan. They don't live there, they're not from there or whatever. Just wants to get rid of them. Send them to the trash or whatever in his mind. And so what do you know? People, and he just keeps saying that they're destroying the country. They're out of control. They're hurting our country. They know nothing and this must change immediately. And he sends that out to millions of psychos. And what do you know? People start sending death threats. So that was a while back. He also just 2 days ago sent this out, talking about the judges who are keeping murderers and drug dealers and gang members out. They're spreading rapists. They're America-hating judges. They're very sick and very dangerous. And oh, what do you know? People are trying to murder these judges. It's weird. It's almost like the head of the most powerful cult in American history is telling them these people are destroying America, and the cultists are taking it seriously. Nobody could have predicted it. Now, after that 6-week period, it died down a little bit, but it's still at elevated levels. And so 277 judges have received these death threats so far this year. That's a third of the judiciary. 1 in 3 judges have received threats in this environment. And it's gotten so bad. You know, a couple months ago, 50 federal judges got together and they had this meeting and they talked about the security concerns. And they are considering creating their own armed security force. Not just because it's so bad, but specifically because they don't trust the US Marshals Service anymore that is supposed to be protecting them. They were literally talking about, because it's under the DOJ and because it answers to Pam Bondi, they do not trust that they will investigate threats. They think that their protection will be pulled, either in general or on an individual judge by judge basis, because the administration wants them to be at risk of being murdered. That's not me saying it. That's not the majority report. It's not wild-eyed liberals or whatever. That's federal judges saying. Many of them appointed by Republicans, some of them appointed by Donald Trump himself, are saying they need their own armed security independent of the regime because they don't trust it anymore. And that is wild stuff. That is deep into authoritarianism stuff that we're seeing. What do you think, Sharon?
I think they have every reason to believe that's exactly what will happen. I mean, one of the first things the Trump administration did was pull the security Secret Service for Biden's adult children. You can quibble one way or another, but it was so fresh just leaving office. Is that really what you do? It's usually something that's extended to former presidents and their families for a good while, So I think these judges who, you have to understand these threats. These are real people making decisions. They may be based on the law, but if you're human, you hear these outside threats. You have the one judge, saddened to forget her name, but her son was brutally murdered, okay? Brutally murdered, and they're sending pizzas in his name.
Esther Salas, I believe.
That's right, to other judges. This is real, okay? So I don't blame them. I wouldn't, who do you trust? Who do you trust when you have this guy playing Big Brother and Kingmaker and very vindictive? He's super mad about his indictments and convictions, and it doesn't matter if it was tossed out. He's super mad and not forgetting it.
Yeah, why don't we end on that actually? Because that judge, her son was killed in front of her house by a self-described anti-feminist lawyer. And she is begging the administration to understand that they are playing with life and death. And I appreciate that she's doing that considering all that she's been through. But I have to tell her, they know that. They know what they're doing. They know the point of all this. That's the dark thing. By the way, she is still being harassed to this day. They're sending like hundreds of pizzas to her house, many of them ordered under the name of her son who was murdered. That's what these sickos are doing out there, and they're being encouraged every day by Donald Trump.